What's happening, guys? Sam Adams here, and welcome to a brand new episode of The Drop, the weekly show where I let you know the hottest games coming out across the PS4, the Xbox One, the Switch, the PC, whatever they might be coming out on, we will talk about them right here. This week, Concrete Genie is coming out as a PS4 exclusive with a pretty impressive looking PSVR mode. On top of that, you have Grid, Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair, Trine for the Nightmare Prince, and more. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into it. To kick things off this week, our headliner is Concrete Genie, coming out on the PS4 exclusively. Concrete Genie follows the heartwarming journey of a bullied teen named Ash who escapes his troubles by bringing his colorful imagination to life in his sketchbook while exploring his hometown of Dinska, a once bright and bustling seaside town now polluted by darkness. Ash discovers a mysterious lighthouse where he finds a magical paintbrush charged with living paint, capable of creating magnificent masterpieces that can purify Dinska's polluted walls. Ash must harness the magical properties of his powerful paintbrush to eliminate darkness polluting Dinska with the help of the mischievous genies he creates along the way. Can Ash overcome his personal struggles and paint his hometown back to life? The first thing that stands out with Concrete Genie is the style of the game, because I haven't seen lighting like this in a game since infamous New Light. That's really the kind of vibe that I'm getting from Concrete Genie. Now, of course, not going to be an Infamous style game whatsoever, but for those that do want a bit of an adventure to see what the PS4 is capable of in terms of just how beautiful it can get lighting and style, then by all means dive in, check out Concrete Genie when it launches this week on the PS4. And on top of that, for you PSVR fans out there, there is an exclusive mode just for you. Next up, we have Grid coming out on the PS4, the Xbox One, and the PC. Grid is a racing experience like no other. Offering unrivaled wheel-to-wheel racing, Grid returns with an all-new experience where every race is the chance to choose your own path, create your own story, and conquer the world of motorsport. Take your place in the Grid World Series and fight in thrilling moment-to-moment battles with the most iconic and desirable race cars, current and classic, from GT through touring and muscle to stock and super modified, and in some of the world's most iconic locations. Grid captures every moment of the race, from the adrenaline rush of lights out to the elation at the checkered flag. Incidents come one right after the other. Tight overtakes, bumper-to-bumper scrapes, and competitive collisions, all heightened by rivalries, teammates, and a nemesis driver who will all either try to help you or hinder your progress. Buy now and get your heart racing. That's literally what the description says, and I would add, when you see the incredible amount of credit card debt that you're piling up. For those looking for a Switch version of Grid, that was released a couple of weeks back, a totally different game, actually a mobile port that's been kind of remade for the Nintendo Switch, but it sounds like it's actually a pretty good port, so take that for what you will. But with this specific version of Grid, it's somewhat of a reboot. Of course, there were a couple of Grid games a few years ago, but this one looks to be a pretty good game. Of course, it's pretty much going head-to-head this holiday season with Need for Speed Heat, but without a doubt, a very impressive looking game aesthetically, graphically. Grid looks to be a pretty good racing game. Now, when it comes down to it, the mechanics really are what make a racing game good or bad, so that is yet to be determined. But if you are in the market for a brand new racer to pick up, Grid is hitting the PS4, the Xbox One, and the PC this week. And of course, as I said, another Grid game came out a couple of weeks back on the Nintendo Switch, so you can always give that one a look too. Next up, Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair is coming out on the PS4, the Xbox One, the Switch, and the PC. Yooka and Laylee return for a platform hybrid adventure. Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair is a brand new platform adventure from some of the key creative talent behind Donkey Kong Country. With their arch nemesis capital B up to no good, the buddy duo needs to spring into action once again to save the day. To thwart his evil plan of using a hive mind device to enslave an entire kingdom of bees, our heroes need to take the fight to capital B's Impossible Lair. Things look tough, but with the help of Queen Phoebe and her royal battalion, because bees, Yooka and Laylee might just have a chance. And of course, a couple of bullet points: 2.5D platforming. Each level offers beautiful, rich visuals with detail and depth. Yooka-Laylee and the whole host of colorful characters, good and bad, are realized in stunning 2.5D. A 3D overworld. The overworld isn't just a hub to hop from level to level, it provides a whole separate gaming experience. Explore and unlock more 2D levels by completing objectives and puzzles, rescue the Royal Battalion bees, and find collectibles. The devs behind Yooka-Laylee are kind of pulling a Darksiders with this one, and what I mean by that is they're experimenting with the IP in a way that pushes it into new genres, and that's actually a pretty good idea because you never know what could come of actually just trying something new from time to time. But without a doubt, out a very interesting looking game this week, and I'm very excited to see the team behind Donkey Kong Country, at least some portions of that team, working on this project, because Donkey Kong Country, fantastic platforming. But on top of that, I will say tons of replayability, because there are B-sides to the levels, so you can go back, play them again with a different kind of twist to them. A lot of value here, a lot of bang for your buck. So if you do want to pick up Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair, it's coming out this week on the PS4, the Xbox One, the Switch, and the PC. And to round out today's main releases, we have Trine 4, the Nightmare Prince, coming out on the PS4, the Xbox One, the Switch, and the PC. Experience the most complete Trine ever created. The Trine series returns to the magic of 2.5D with Trine 4, the Nightmare Prince. The three heroes of the best-selling adventure series are back, sent on a quest to retrieve the troubled young prince Celius. Amadeus the Wizard, Pontius the Knight, and Zoya the Thief are joined together once again on a thrilling quest through fantastical fairy tale landscapes teeming with danger. Prince Celius suffers from intensely dark dreams, and due to his magical talents, monstrous nightmares are able to slip into reality and wreak havoc on the waking world. Amadeus, Pontius, and Zoya must find the afflicted prince and resolve his desperate situation before the world is engulfed by the Nightmare Prince's shadows. Trine 4 reaches new heights in the series by bringing the most complete gameplay experience ever to fans and new players alike, of course, through these key features. Gorgeous 2.5D landscapes. Explore uniquely designed levels in beautiful 2.5 dimensions, from breathtaking ruins and haunted tombs to tranquil birch groves and blueberry forest. Local and online multiplayer also included, with up to 4 players online. Captivating storytelling, dynamic puzzle solving, abundant skill trees, completely revamped combat systems, and of course, an enchanting soundtrack to keep your ears just as engaged as your eyes. Of course, Trine 4, beautiful looking game. You can see the gameplay for yourself. What you see, pretty much what you get. Not a bad thing whatsoever. Now, on top of that, you've also got the Trine Ultimate Collection this week, which packs all 4 Trine games. That includes, again, the one coming out this week, together for $50 if you want the entire collection. But if you do want to pick up Trine 4, the Nightmare Prince, it's coming out this week on the PS4, the Xbox One, the Switch, and the PC. Before we round out the show, we have a couple of honorable mentions. First off, Indivisible is coming out on the PS4, the Xbox One, the Switch, and the PC. It's basically an action RPG platformer featuring stunning hand-drawn art and animation combined with unique real-time combat mechanics. Then, Tropico 6 is coming out on the PS4 and the Xbox One, along with Frostpunk, and Earthfall Alien Horde is launching on the Nintendo Switch. But that rounds out today's episode of The Drop. If you enjoyed this one, drop me a like down below. And of course, if you happen to be brand new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, because new content rolls out throughout the week. We've got a podcast 5 days a week. This show is hosted on Sundays, and there's always something here for you to check out. But until the next one, have a fantastic rest of your week. I will talk to you soon, and peace.